you for coming in today. We appreciate you taking the time to interview with us for a position at our company. I hope it's a good experience for both of us. If you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
Why don't you tell me about yourself?
First, my name is An Sung-bin, and I'm doing the metallurgy design major now. I'm talented at clear communication and instant response, and I have some experience about that. It was the design class, and we have to make the 6 jewelry sample picture with having some presentation for all the students. Yeah, in front of all the students with my teammates. And also, we have to use the Rhino to make a 3D modeling, and we also have to using some key shot to make a picture. It seems like a real. So, we didn't be skilled yet about that program, KeyShot, because that was the first semester to using the program. So my teammate made this mistake. She didn't check the time, so she didn't know that, but it was the yesterday before to having some presentation. So I just think like, oh, I have to handle it. So I call her and I get some her file and I try to fix her file to 3D modeling, yeah, in the Rhino. After that, I using some keyshot to make a real picture. It seems like a real. And then also I made the PPT too. After that, those experience, I just think like, oh, I'm based in these skills, advantage. So I thought I can perform your company's designer's duties well. So I applied it. Thank you.
My next question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, okay. My most big strength is learning fast. And I have some habit about that. Like when I learn something and then I'm trying out the different things on my own. And also I finding the quickest way and easiest way to use that. And I also have some experience about that. It was same another experience about the Keyshot program. When I learned the program at the first time, I just think like, oh, it's interesting, interesting. So, in that night, I just tried to figure out the easiest way and quickest way to using that program and having some experience about those programs a lot. After that, when the day became to having some same class, then the almost students was confused because it can having some many error to having some 3D modeling from Rhino to go to the keyshot, but I was okay because I already had some experience all about that. So I finished my things already. Then I helped the other students. Yes. And then my weakness is I can't sleep well in the familiar place. So I just think, oh, it can be very bad things to me because it can make me very tired. So I find a way. And now I have some habits. I can sleep well when I heard some people's sound. So
Okay, but your weakness sounds like a strength to me. Can you tell me your real weakness?
okay.
Something that your previous supervisors or colleagues have mentioned to you?
Mm,
And what have you done to improve them?
okay. I sometimes heard like, oh, you so concentrate about some small things. And then when I heard that, it can be very big bad things to me because when I concentrate about very small things, then I can lose the time check. Like, I can't finish the work until the time. Then I just think like, oh, I have to fix it. So now I made some habit to make some plan very many things. Yeah, having so many things about making a plan. Like when I plan something, then I made some time to concentrate it. Like some clock to some clock, I have to concentrate these things. Some clock to some clock, I have to concentrate these things. After when I have some that habit, I didn't heard about that things anymore. So I think, I improved it. I becoming fix it. That's all. Thank you.
What do you think you will be doing in 10 years?
Oh, in future in 10 years, I think I'm gonna be a designer who can get into the whole world audience. For that, yeah, I have some plan about that. From 1 to 2 years, I'm going to concentrate, get some technique skills, and be comfortable to use my knowledge in a real work. And then, from 3 to 5 years, I'll concentrate to turn to comfortable the wave of global trends, incorporating them into my designs. And then from 6 to 8 years, I'm gonna focus on trends, reinterpreting traditional techniques, patterns, and symbols in the modern way. After becoming a proficient at this, from 9 to 10 years, I'm gonna focus on to the designing by reinterpreting history and traditional globally and incorporating it into the design. So I'm gonna achieve my goal through this procedure and through my knowledge that I already have that about the jewelries. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
How do you handle stress and problems at work?
When I got some stress and problem, then I usually write my diary. Then I can be calm and I can find what was the problem. Like when I got some fighting with my friends, then I wrote my diary, then I can figure out what was the problem of this fight. Then after that, I can fix my bad things. But sometimes I can't lose my stress to using this way, then I walk out. Yeah, go for a walk. Because after that, I can smelling a fresh air, then it makes me very calm and fresh. Yeah, I usually using those two ways. Thank you. I think also good for my healthy too. Go for a walk.
How would you describe yourself? How would
Oh my gosh.
a good friend describe you?
Mm. Many good friends describe me like, you're a bright person. And I agree that. Because I met some bright persons already in my life, and I think, oh, I want to be a them. Like, I want to be like those bright person. So I asked them, like, how do I have to do? Seems very bright, like you. After then, I heard that, and I used those things. And then now I heard a lot of time about you're very bright person, yeah. And I like that. Like, bright person can give some energy to other persons when they're very having some difficult time. Like, I like to giving some energy to with some jelly with my teammates. When I give them to some snacks, then they when they was tired, then I give them a snack. Then they seems like very oh like this. So I like that to seeing those faces to be a very brightly. So I think I'm the right person too. Thank you.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
My most proud accomplishment, it is very near, and when I during some institute for getting some skills, and then I got some prize from their institute because they think like you did very hardly you did many things in our class. So I got some prize about you did well. And I'm very proud of that because I was the only one person to get that prize. And it feels like, oh, you did very good. So I'm very proud about those things. Yes, that's all. Thank you.
why you feel you were the ideal candidate for this position.
I had some experience about to get an excellence award in the capstone contest with the teammates. My team's subject was Catholic relic accessories, and we just think like we have to go direction to increase marketability, and also we think then we should go to a direction to friendly to the general public. So we searched in the internet and we found two things about like one thing is the trendy design and second one is the reasonable price range. And then we just think when we got some these things, then we can go a direction to friendly for general public. So after that we participate in the contest based on these informations, and the judge asked each team one unexpected question, but our question was what is the differentiations from other existing products? Then we just said the information that we already found it in the internet. Through this experience, I learned what conditions are necessary for the actual marketability and how to do a market research. After that, I thought, I'm good fit for this field. Yeah, I thought I liked it. Thank you.
Well, we're getting near to the end of our allotted time, and I have two more questions to ask you, and they are both very important. The first is, why should we hire you?
First, I'm a good designer and I can see side from a consumer. And I'm learning fast. I can have some clear communication, so I can immediate situation response. Also, for example, I had some experience about that to sell some key ring in the college festival booth. But in the first day, the products are not good sold. So I just think like, oh, then I have to concentrate what design is good selling. After that, in that night, I fixed all products.
Now, do you have any questions for me?
First, thank you for the giving so many questions, good questions to me, and thank you for waiting me very well. Like, I was so nervous, that, but you smiling me very many times, so I feel like a little more comfortable.
Well, I
Thank you.
appreciate you coming in to talk with us and conduct this interview today. In about a week from now, you'll be hearing from us about the results. Thank you very much.
Thank you.